Welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the magnetic field of the Earth and the Van Allen belts which surround it and their effects on our planet. But before we get into that, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. The universe is a very hostile place for most life forms. Let's just refer it to the sun, for example. It gives life to everything on Earth, but it is also capable of destroying life on Earth. Fortunately for us, the magnetic field of our planet protects us from the destructive effect of the sun. The Earth's magnetic field is generated by rotating the liquid iron core in the center of the planet, an effect known as dynamo. The Earth's magnetic field is vital to us because occasionally the sun causes violent solar storms. Solar storms generally occur as a result of variations in the sun's magnetic field lines. When these magnetic field lines fluctuate, the matter they contain is released into the solar system. By released, it is meant that the matter is expelled as a result of very strong explosions. These superheated particles of matter travel at speeds of over 1000 kilometers per second and can weigh more than 100 billion kilograms. Undoubtedly, this is bad news for anyone in the way of these solar flares. In fact, our planet is constantly bombarded by a stream of high-energy particles coming from the sun. In addition, there are cosmic rays, high-energy particles, that come mainly from outside the solar system that hit our planet. In the absence of the Earth's magnetic field, these cosmic storms and high-energy particles would destroy the planet's atmosphere, our cellular structure, and cause the oceans to evaporate. Fortunately for us, we are protected by the Earth's magnetic shield, also known as the magnetosphere, from the destructive effect of these harmful particles. When these electrically charged particles come in contact with the Earth's magnetosphere, they do not disappear, but are simply deflected around the planet, forming what we call the Van Allen radiation belts. The existence of these belts was first confirmed by James Van Allen in 1958. When they were discovered, not many details were known about them, so they aroused great interest. In present, a detailed knowledge of their characteristics is crucial since they pose a danger to the artificial satellites on which our society relies so much. Van Allen radiation belts also pose a threat to astronauts orbiting the Earth. The high-energy particles that make up Van Allen belts can damage the spacecraft's electronic equipment, such as solar cells, sensors, and integrated circuits, and shut down artificial Earth satellites. In fact, sensitive equipment in orbit, such as the Hubble Space Telescope, is shut down regularly when passing through regions where there is high-intensity radiation. Precisely, to better understand the characteristics of these radiation belts, NASA launched in August 2012 the Van Allen space probes. They constantly collect valuable data about the Earth's radiation belts. For 50 years, it was thought that there were only two Van Allen radiation belts, but new research has shown otherwise. The two previously known radiation belts were called the inner belt and the outer belt. They stretch approximately between 1000 and 60,000 kilometers altitude. The inner belt is made up of a high energy positive electrons and ions, which are formed by the disintegration of cosmic rays. These particles are repelled by the Earth's magnetic field, but were also retained by the magnetic field and the outer belt. The movement of particles in the inner belt is fast and chaotic, this layer extending to an altitude of 10,000 kilometers. The outer belt was formed as a result of completely different processes. For the most part, this layer is made up of high-energy electrons that come from the solar wind. In 2013, NASA discovered a new transition belt between the inner and outer belts. The researchers concluded that it was formed as a result of a strong shock wave, which in turn resulted during coronal mass ejections from the Sun. Van Allen probes discovered this layer after a period of time in which were only in operation for 2 days, which led scientists to initially believe that the data obtained were a consequence of the failure of the probes. However, a new interplanetary shockwave, also generated by a coronal mass ejection from the Sun, hit the Earth's atmosphere, and it completely removed the outer and middle layers of these belts, leaving only the inner layer intact. A week later, another interplanetary shockwave hit us, restoring the balance between the two radiation belts. This whole process took place over a period of 4 weeks, and the researchers were completely surprised by what happened. The analysis of the data showed that solar activity is what generally determines the shape of these dynamic radiation belts. Moreover, the data obtained by the Van Allen probes showed that in essence, the Earth is a huge cyclic particle accelerator. This is due to low-frequency, high-intensity waves that are emitted from the Earth's magnetosphere. This effect, along with another process that has been observed in the outer belt and acts in conjunction with core waves called the double-layer effect, causes particles to accelerate to speeds close to the speed of light. Double layers are parallel layers made up of charged particles with opposite electric charge, electrons and protons, that appear and disappear over time and move along magnetic field lines. These were discovered by chance when Van Allen probes crossed these layers. Approximately 7,000 double layers were observed in 1 minute. Quark waves are extremely interesting and have been studied for a decade. These are radio waves emitted by the Earth's magnetosphere. The effect of these waves can be observed in the northern hemisphere by scattering low-energy electrons in the sky. The scattering of electrons caused by these low-frequency waves is responsible for the dancing of the colors of the northern lights. It has long been thought that these waves cause the acceleration of particles, and researchers now have the data to verify this theory. Well, this was all for today, so if you liked my video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. See you next time.